Welcome to Lifestyle Alchemy. I'm Sydney, medical astrologer, energetic alchemist, and transformation expert. In this podcast, I share what I'm actually living and learning. Sometimes that's decoding my birth chart. Sometimes it's rewiring and regulating my nervous system. Sometimes it's just real talk about what's working and what's not. This show goes beyond astrology. You'll hear about health and wellness, mindset and energy work, manifestation, spirituality, and all the things that help us actually embody who we're meant to be. Let's dive in. Hello and welcome back to Lifestyle Alchemy. I am sorry that this episode is a day late. A little over a day late, actually, since it's launching in the afternoon. Okay, so last week, if you listened to the episode last week, I said that I was going to be in Washington, D.C. for an event. And so I got back home on Wednesday, evening. And I think originally I thought, I'll still just record an episode that evening and everything will be fine. And I'll upload and I'll have my episode on time, blah, 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 blah. And then I don't know why I just wasn't accounting for how tired I would be after a very long travel day from the East Coast to the West Coast. And also just how tired I was from just having nonstop social interaction from 7:30 a.m. to 10 p.m. and later at night. I just, as a projector and an introvert, well, I'm really kind of an ambivert. I can be extroverted, but then I really do need my alone time to recharge. So as an ambivert who needs time to recharge and a human design projector, boy, was I exhausted. And so anyway, I just wanted to wait a little bit until I could have a little bit more energy and spark before I record this week's episode. And I have a very exciting announcement. Well, first of all, hold on. Let's backtrack just a tiny bit. In order to kind of give a little apology for being late on the episode this week, I went ahead and put my medical astrology health blueprint reports on sale even more. So originally they were on sale for $111 off, and now they are 50% off, making them $222 off. So now is the time. If you have been wanting one, or if you even haven't been wanting one, but now you're curious, I would totally jump on that if I were you, because that means that now you can get a 70 to 100 plus page blueprint of your health and how to move forward, what's going on, why, what are the root causes, what do you do about it, for $222. So that's pretty insane. So yeah, you don't need a code or anything. I already marked it down. So that is ready for you. The link is in the show notes, and the link is also, of course, in my Instagram bio or my TikTok bio. The link is all the places. So, okay, now what I want to talk about today is my new offering that I am so excited to announce. I am so pumped for this, and I've been working on it for a few weeks now. It's not finished, but it will be launching officially soon. I will have the link in the show notes to join the wait list. So, okay, oh my gosh. So what I'm gonna be offering is something that I have never seen before offered. And as always, I have to say a little disclaimer. That doesn't mean that it's never been offered, but it's just that it's not like everywhere. It's not something that I've ever seen. It's not inundated like so many other things are. Okay, so what I'm going to be offering is a program to take you through your post chronic illness glow up. And if you're like, what is that? What does that mean? Okay, great question. So if you have been chronically ill, and that can mean so many different things, that could be like myself, you have struggled with an autoimmune disorder. That could be that you've had like chronic depression, chronic fatigue. It could just mean, this isn't an illness, obviously, but it could be that you went through pregnancy and childbirth and you need a little glow up after that. That's obviously clearly not a chronic illness, but you know what I mean. I think a lot of women, when they go through pregnancy and childbirth and just the postpartum era, they oftentimes, just they don't feel like they're able to make time for themselves and in the ways that maybe they did before. And so what makes this different? You might be like, okay, well, how is a post-illness glow up different than a regular glow up? And the answer to that is that there are a lot of similarities. Like obviously, there are some of the things that you would do are the same, but what makes this different is that it is so much more in depth, because whenever you have been someone that has struggled with some kind of chronic illness or like parasitic infection, mold toxicity, autoimmune disorder, thyroid imbalance, depression, like so many different things that can cause you to like lose your spark and kind of just literally dull your radiance, both on the inside and on the outside. You have probably done so many, like you're probably very in tune and very aware of your physical health, maybe even too aware. Maybe you're hyper aware. And so this is not something where you're coming, I'm making the assumption that you're not coming in blind. You're not coming in like not knowing what the highest quality of water to drink is, or that you should prioritize sleep and you should move your body. Like that, this program is not going to be about like the basic things that we all probably know, but especially you already know if you've been on a health journey trying to heal any kind of chronic illness or just significant illness. I'm just making the assumption that you, like me, are already very aware of those things. Like you're remineralizing your water, you're prioritizing sleep, you're eating clean, you are using clean products like non-toxic cleaning products and all of that. Like you're already aware of all of that because you've had to be, because of your health, your health has quite literally depended on it. And so what this is going to be taking you through literally everything that I am doing and have done to get my sparkle back, to get my radiance back. And I'm going to tell you, this is going to be physical things. This is going to be energetic things. Of course, we always want to be doing both. We don't ever just want to be focusing on the physical or just the energetic, because you're going to be really robbing yourself of results if you're just focusing on one or the other. So I'm going to tell you exactly what I have done both physically and what I'm still doing physically and energetically to see results and to start to fucking recognize myself again. And before I was starting to have my health issues, and certainly before I was diagnosed with Hashimoto's and thyroid, like borderline hypothyroidism, I was like the most radiant, in shape version of myself that I had ever been. I was just a sparkly human being. And obviously I hope you know that I'm not saying that to brag and be like, I'm so sparkly, I'm so good, blah, blah, blah. Like that's not my intention at all. But I think like every single one of us, especially women, we have this innate radiance and this ability to just sparkle. And I have literally had people say to me, like, you are just so sparkly. Your energy is so sparkly. And that's, obviously they're not saying that like they literally see my aura like shimmering. Clearly, most people don't have that ability, but it's just like, it's an energetic feeling. Like when someone is just radiating, you can feel that. It's a resonance. And that is something that can quickly go away whenever you're struggling with any kind of chronic health issue. And that, obviously that is such a wide range of like a chronic health issue could mean so many different things, like I said. And so I'm going to be focusing on, obviously my thing was autoimmune. But I'm going to be focusing on just all the things that one who has struggled with some kind of chronic physical or mental health issue might do to really get their sparkle back and to get their radiance back from the inside out. Because of course it starts on the inside, but there are absolutely physical things and skincare products and, all kinds of things that you can do as well on the physical like beauty side of it. And so this is not like a beauty course, so to speak, but it is very energetic, a little bit woo woo, and very physical, practical. Like these are the literal products that I use. And of course, I'm not an esthetician. I am not a doctor. I'm not any of those things. So I am just going to be sharing with you the science that I have learned and the products that work for me, and just making suggestions, because isn't that how we, learn anything, right? Like that is how we learn most things, from someone telling us, oh, hey, this worked for me, or this is what I researched and found out. And so that is, I'm going to be sharing all the things. I am not holding literally anything back. And so here's one thing, that just one specific instance of how nitty gritty we are getting, how in the weeds we are getting in this program. Okay. So this is something that a lot of people, well, I've never heard anybody talk about this before. And I didn't even know it was really like a thing until I experienced it and then researched it, because I was like, what is going on here? Okay. So I have bright blue eyes. Well, I have always had like bright, they're light, but they're bright. They're like crystal baby blue eyes. And throughout my illness journey, my eyes turned gray. They literally turned gray, you guys. They were not bright. They certainly were not like clear and see-through, and they weren't glowing. Like they turned gray. And I will be sharing like photos with you in this program so that like you can see the difference. Like you can 100% see that this is not just something where I was just like being too critical of myself, or I'm just like having body dysmorphia or something. Like, no, this is very, very obviously identifiable. So I'll be showing you some before and after photos. I'll probably be sharing some before and after photos on social media as well as I start to promote this program. And so there is a reason for your eye color changing and just losing its pigment and its radiance. And there's a science, there's science behind it. And there's also things that you can do to get it back. There are supplements you can take to get it back. There's energy work you can do to start getting it back. And I am literally seeing what feels like almost overnight. Like it's not overnight, but what feels like overnight, I am seeing my eyes return to the blue that they had always been before my whole entire life. And I'm so, so grateful for it, because nothing against gray eyes, but that's not the color that I was born with. And so I just wanted to get back to my eye color. And so that is something that, if like back to what differentiates this from just like kind of having a regular, more basic glow up. If you're just having a regular, more basic glow up, or you just kind of are like, oh, well, I just kind of want to up level like something like that is probably not going to go into how to get your eye color back because you probably hadn't lost it. And in this case, so do you see what I'm saying? Like this is just going to get way, way, way more into the nitty gritty of those kinds of things that can happen as ramifications of having some kind of a illness, that has not just affected like your personal style or something like that, but it has literally just depleted every resource in your body. And now you've done the work to heal and improve your labs and all of that. But now you just like want that cherry on top. You want your radiance back. You want to feel confident. You want to feel like that bitch again. And that was always an affirmation that I used to do. I had this journal. It was called the I Am Journal, and I loved it. I actually loved it so much. And I'm not a journaler. Like, I do not like journaling, but this was just like a quick little like thing that you did every day, and it had like little short prompts, and it had like a place to write an affirmation. And I went through 2 of those journals. I loved them so much. And one of the affirmations that I always did was like, I am that bitch. And that seriously like works. I even have a playlist on my phone that I created, and I'm always adding to it, called I Am That Bitch. And I think that is just such an energy. It's like that her energy. I am her. I am that bitch. I am that girl. And that is the energy that I just really lost, and I really wanted to get it back. And I can very proudly announce that I am back in it, and it's getting more and more every day. So I cannot wait to share all of the cool things that I've learned, all the things that I'm doing, again, both energetically with frequency work and physically with products or practices or things like that. And again, this is not going to be teaching you that like, okay, you need to drink this kind of water and you need to add this kind of minerals and you need to clean out. Like, no, I'm not teaching you that. You already know that. If you don't already know that, there are so many resources that you can find, documentaries that you can watch. I mean, I'll share like, okay, these are the products I like, or that I use this app to scan products to make sure that they are clean, like stuff like that. I will share with you. But this is not like your basic clean up your life and glow up program. This is like for those of us who are already doing so many things, and we have already done so much healing. We are aware of all the things, and we just want to be fucking glowy and beautiful, and to just feel so confident in our skin and in our bodies, and to just feel that most radiant, magnetic, beautiful versions of ourselves. And this is such a niche thing, like that I don't see anyone offering or talking about. And so I'm so excited to be able to create that for you. The program is going to be called Re-Emergence, because we are re-emerging in our most powerful magnetic energy and radiant energy. So I'm so excited. Okay, so I don't have a launch date for you yet, but like I said, it'll be within the next several weeks. And I will have the waitlist linked in the show notes. This episode is quite a lot shorter just because, like I said, I'm still coming off of that trip that I just took and just wanting to prioritize rest. And I'm also working on the program because I'm just so pumped about it. And I'm just like seeing the results every single day. And so I really want to create while I'm in that energy, while I'm kind of in that, like I'm living it out and I'm seeing the benefits, I'm reaping the benefits, I'm having people comment on the benefits that they're noticing and they're seeing. And so I saw, when I was in DC, I saw a bunch of people that I haven't, like, that I know them, but I haven't seen them in like a year or more. And I think it's so cool how sometimes whenever you you go through something and you kind of not forget who you are, but you kind of lose touch just like with that higher level version of yourself that you had used to be. And you kind of just lose touch with like your most powerful, beautiful essence. And then you go and you're around these other people who knew you when you were in that highest season of life, and you're just like, you're just the most magnetic, the most in tune, the most in your power. You go and you're around those people, and of course they only know you as that version, and so they're reflecting that back to you, even though it's, you know, time has passed. And that's exactly what I experienced. I just had people reflect back to me the version of me that they knew before I was sick, before I went through everything and like gained weight and my skin got dull and my eyes turned gray and all of that. And they just were reflecting back to me like all of the things that I used to be, and like all the ways that I used to be, and it just felt so, it made me feel so powerful and so like in touch again with that version of myself. And that I just think is really cool. It was a really unique opportunity to experience that, and to just have that reflected back to me. One lady had said to me, she was like, "You just have such a presence about you." And I just was like, I think that's my new favorite compliment. Like, I get a lot of compliments on my hair and stuff like that. And I just was like, oh my gosh, this is my new favorite compliment. You have such a presence about you. Wouldn't you rather someone comment on your presence, basically on your aura, just the way that you command a room, the energy that you exude just by sitting there? Like not even saying anything, just by existing in that space. I just thought that was so cool. And that is something that we'll also talk about in this program. It's obviously that's not so much about like a physical glow up, but it's just like an energetic glow up. And so we will be talking about that as well. We're going to hit it from all the angles. We're going to talk about all the things, and I cannot wait. So again, waitlist to join Re-Emergence is in the show notes. It will be pretty affordable, and there will also be options to like if you want a more customized roadmap for your specific post-illness glow up, I'm going to be offering a special version of a blueprint, like a health blueprint. It's going to be like a mini version of that, but specifically geared toward a post-illness glow up. And I'm going to be offering that at a very, very discounted rate if you do sign up for Re-Emergence. So you don't have to. You can absolutely just take the program and like do everything yourself and create your own roadmap. Like 100% you can do that, and it will be so effective. However, if you do want a little extra or a lot extra customization and, medical astrology guidance from me, I will be offering that, and you will see that on the checkout page, for a discounted rate whenever the program does launch. So, okay, if you have any questions about this, or if you, as I'm building the program, like I'm so happy to take requests or to, put other aspects that I may not have considered into the program. So if you are someone who is healing or has healed from an illness, a chronic illness, a condition, mold toxicity, like anything that has dulled your sparkle, dulled your shine, and just kind of caused you to lose touch with that most confident version of yourself, then please DM me on Instagram and let me know, is there any specific questions you have or any things that you really would love to hear me cover and talk about, any recommendations that you want me to include specifically in the program. This is your time to speak now, and I can, work that into the program if I don't already have it planned. So, okay. that's what I've got for you today. So excited to be able to launch this and help other women feel their most beautiful, glowy, powerful, radiant, confident selves. Isn't that what it's all about? So, okay. I hope that you guys have an amazing weekend, and I will talk to you next Thursday.